wake up from my sleep and I just get on YouTube. And, because of what happened this week with it, I'm getting nothing but a flood of random people making Chris Chan videos. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it's a hot topic thing. But here's the thing. I don't think I've seen a single one of them where they get the information correct at all about any of this shit. Like, look, I know Chris is a terrible person. We've been doing Chris for a while now. Like, I think it's been going on a couple years, right? So I've been well aware about Chris way before this whole controversy, as you probably have too. But I keep seeing people making these videos talking about his pronouns and like, oh, you don't need to respect his pronoun. Like, nobody fucking cares. Nobody did in the first place. I don't think anybody's respected Chris's pronouns unironically, and like, since he's been a Benjamin Franklin trainee for the last 7 years, I think it's been. And I don't know, it's just like, something about it just doesn't leave a good taste in my mouth, man. Like, even Blair White, because if you don't know, I watch Blair White, but I kind of told her, like, you should probably not fucking do the Chris Chan shit, because I knew it was coming way before. As soon as I read it, I was like, yep, here it comes. Blair White's going to make a video on it. And she left me on red, so I was just like, okay, whatever. And then she announced that she's going to be making a Chris Chan video. And then she goes, I had to cram hours of knowledge and understanding. So I'm like, okay, so you don't know what you're talking about, and you're probably going to fuck up and make the situation worse, because a lot of these people don't seem to get that a lot of the shit that most of the shit that happens to Chris is because of being harassed and bullied. And I understand it's sick and fucked up, but it is what it is. It's happened, it's dealt with, it's being dealt with, it's in a process of being dealt with. I don't really know. And I feel like these people need to just kind of fuck off, especially if you don't know anything about Chris or keep up with Chris on a daily thing. And I understand it's like, oh, you're a YouTuber, you gotta like collect money, because I don't make any fucking money doing this shit. I do it because I'm passionate about it. I love Chris. Like, I know Chris is a terrible person, but I like doing all kinds of things Chris related, because it's something I generally find interesting. I generally am fascinated by the man. But these people over here are like literally fucking vultures swooping in to get a little story about their like half-assed Wikipedia knowledge that they just read. I doubt it. Actually, no, I doubt that. I doubt they even went to the Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure they just watched a base shaman video or looked up like one or two of the Geno Samuels documentaries, like one of the more recent ones, just to get an understanding of like who this is. And they're just going to be talking about the key points about things he's done fairly recently, which, like, let's be honest, that's what people fucking do. And, look, maybe a lot of people aren't going to have a problem with this, but I kind of do, because I kind of feel like, I don't even know how to describe it, dude. I really don't. Because it's been stewing in me all fucking day, right? Ever since I was at work this morning and I saw Blair post her little thing about it, and then I start seeing all these recommended videos about it, and I'm just kind of like, okay, well, he's officially gone mainstream now, so all the fucking normies are crawling out of the fucking woodworks, and they gotta make the little video and talk about, like, oh god, he's so fucked up. Like, as if we all fucking don't know this already. Allegedly, it's alleged. Look, I know he probably did fuck his mom, but it's allegedly until he's proven guilty. This is how this works in this country. You got to remember that. It's entirely possible he just came up with this shit in his own fucking mind, because apparently he fucks Magic-chan, he fucks Sonichu. I mean, this is all just shit in his head. It's very possible he fucked Barb inside of his mentality, like, up in here. We don't fucking know. I don't even think she's had a rape kit properly back yet or whatever. Like, I've been keeping up with it, kinda. But then I kind of, like, tune out of it because there's too many people getting in on it. And it's just, I keep seeing people who are, like, talking about it as if they really understand anything about Chris. But it's very obvious that they don't. I'm not trying to act like the biggest Chris knowledge bank source or whatever, because I'm not. Like, I got a lot of my stuff from Geno Samuel, as a lot of people else have done too, but I've also done a lot of my own research. I've been keeping up with it myself. Stuff that's already been covered in that documentary, I've been researching on my own free time to learn more about, because I'm truly fascinated by this man. And yes, it is a man, but I'm truly fascinated by Chris, and it's just, I'm not sitting there just like scooping in because it's pop culture right now, or pop culture, but it's hot topic right now, and everyone's just like got to talk about it. I don't know. It's just very disingenuous with me, if this makes sense. I don't understand. I don't even know if you're going to get what I'm trying to say out of this video properly. I'm fucking exhausted. Like, I don't know if you can see how red my eyes are right now, but I have not slept. I never sleep. And I'm just very upset about this whole Chris thing because it's like, look, I don't want him to go to jail. I want him to get some help. What I had planned to do, and I shit you not, and the only reason I didn't do it is because he has a thing called the guard dogs, which I guess they fell apart not too long ago. But the guard dogs were like these group of people on the Kiwi farms that basically protected Chris. And what I had planned to do, and I have been talking about this for a little while outside of YouTube, I have been talking to some of my friends about it. I wanted to get, I had the money set aside for it already, but what I wanted to do was travel down to where Chris lives, take his ass to a diner or a bar, and sit with him for as long as it fucking takes to hammer this shit into his head that, you know, we got to put a stop to this now. All this delusional shit, all this reality, I want all of this shit to just stop. You got to be a normal fucking person. Your mom's not going to be around forever. You're going to be fucked. And I don't want Chris to be fucked. He's a terrible person. I talk about hitting him all the time because of like how mad he makes me sometimes. But I also kind of like, in a strange way, in a non-characteristic way for me, I kind of sympathize with Chris because, as I've stated before, I'm kind of him. To an extent. To a fucking extent. I don't want to hear it. And I've said it before, like, there are parallels that I could have ended up like Christian at one point. So anything that happens to Chris, I kind of take that shit a little personal because it could have been me, and that's just how I like to think about it. So I kind of just want it all to just stop with him. I mean, I want him to get the help he needs. He clearly fucking needs it. He was like $200 in debt not long ago, like a couple days ago, because of his bad credit. And then Knowles, I think was his name, from the Kiwi Farms, he like transferred some of the money over. He couldn't do it because his credit was so bad. So Chris like robbed his mom's bank account of $700, but $200 of it went to the overdraft fees or whatever. So Chris had $500. He paid for his hotel for like a day or two and spent the rest of it on fucking junk food and Legos or whatever from the mall. And it's just like shit like that. Like, dude, you're like 39 and you're still not figuring out that you can't do shit like this. And I don't want to keep doing Chris Chan videos like back to back to back to back to back like this because I know the story is still ongoing. And I don't want to feel like I'm milking it by any fucking means because I really don't want to be that kind of fucking, I don't want to say YouTuber because that's so fucking cringy, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be that kind of person. But it's just, I don't know, man. I really don't. I just wish these people who don't know Chris would just kind of fuck off with it, you know? Just, you don't know what you're talking about. You're going to do a half-assed fucking research thing, and you're still not going to know anything about it, and you're just going to paint the wrong image for a picture that's already pretty ugly. You know, if we're going to be honest about it, that's pretty much what you're doing. And it's like what PewDiePie said in that one video. He's like, oh, there's a lot of people that talk about Chris, but a lot of the stuff you hear, it's not what I heard. You know, it's just going to be like that, but amplified by 10 or 20 or however big, because people on Twitter are just like at war with this shit right now. You got people that are like, oh, fuck Chris, he's a man. And you got other people who are like, no, you got to respect the pronouns. It's just kind of like crazy. I don't know. Like, I generally feel for Chris, and if you know me by now, or if you keep up with me, you know I don't really feel for anybody. I don't really care about anyone's well-being or feelings or anything like that. I'm generally kind of incapable of doing that. Like, remorse, guilt, all that shit, it doesn't really fucking work with me. And it's really hard, even with family members. I have to, like, force myself to care, and I know that sounds terrible or whatever, but it's like, it's part of my condition. I can't help that. But with Chris, it's a little different because it kind of hits home to an extent. Like, I'm not gonna go fuck my mom or anything like that, or anything crazy like that. But, you know, I'm not autistic. Some people think I am, but I'm not. I kind of wish I was, so whenever I bully autistic people, like, I wouldn't come across as an asshole. I'm not kidding. But I don't know, man. It kind of hits home a little bit with me, and I kind of just want Chris to be okay. And, you know, I feel like he's too important to not be okay. He kind of needs to continue being documented. But, you know, that's just how I feel about this whole thing. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah, maybe I'm just being greedy. I don't fucking know. Until next time.